Aaron, what is Aaron doing, Nick? Aaron is causing problems once again. Yes, that's Aaron Rodgers. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Pro Football Corner with Nick. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Got Nick Taylor with me. What's popping, Nick? You ready to roll here on this Aaron topic? Because I'm sure you got plenty of comments about the quarterback position.
My favorite player.
But before we start, if you're new to the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. And of course, if you're back again for more, we appreciate your support. Like the video, subscribe. You already subscribed, so you're here before. Like the video and leave a comment. Nick, Aaron is dragging his ass again. This guy has got to be one of the most self-absorbed, selfish football players I've ever seen in my life. Every year it's the same shit with him. And now it's Russell Wilson. Remember last week we talked about Jameis Winston being the mentor potentially to Shedeur Sanders. And now the New York Giants signed Russell Wilson. So Wilson's not going back to Pittsburgh. Both of the Pittsburgh quarterbacks are in New York now. Ain't that something?
I didn't even think about that.
And now Aaron Rodgers, the Vikings said no to him because apparently, and now they haven't even said that JJ McCarthy is their guy, which is weird.
We want him to be our guy.
We want him to be, but then just make him your guy. Like, cut the bullshit. Make him your guy.
I mean, you still want to make him earn it or think he has to earn it. You don't want him to come in just thinking everything is on a fucking silver platter. No. Because he hasn't proved anything yet. So you still have to make him think that he has to keep working hard and prove it. He has to earn the team respect of being that guy. But I know you're going to go back there. If you don't think he's that guy.
If you didn't think he's the guy, then why'd you let Sam Darnold go?
I get that. They think he's that guy, Rudy. But for media purposes and for JJ McCarthy purposes of him not going into offseason and poo-pooing his fucking workouts, you tell him that so he could come in there with the right mindset and thinking that he has to still earn it to be that guy so this whole team could buy in behind him. That's as plain and simple as that, Rudy. It's nothing other than that. We know he's our guy. But to tell him, we want him to still go out there and give 100% during his workouts and give all the effort to be all in to be our guy. It's that simple. Nothing more.
So you think that if he was told he was the guy, he'd work less hard?
It's a mental game, man. It's all about mental and making sure that he's there, right there for him. I don't know how he's going to take it. I don't know how he's going to accept it. He might be like, hey, I'm that guy. You know, what they going to do about it? And you come in there a little bit unprepared and not as prepared as you should have been when you thought that, you know, you had to go battle for it. You're not sharpening all your tools. You're not making sure your iron is sharpened for camp. So they want to make sure that, you know, he come in, he's ready to go.
Okay. So Aaron Rodgers is doing what he does. But what do you know about what's going on with Aaron Rodgers? He told me about a little earlier. What's happening with Aaron Rodgers?
So
he's going to be. I think he's in Pittsburgh. I mean, it's just a matter of when he decides to sign. But go ahead.
It's quite obvious. There's nowhere else to go. Nobody else wants him. He is over there sitting around and he's at his home and he's acting like there's other teams and other places to go besides retirement. Nobody else is putting their foot out there and say, hey, we want Aaron Rodgers. We're bringing him in for long interviews. We're checking him out. There's one team. There's one option. Does he want to go there? Or he don't? Do we want to start working with the players? But he's already working with players. It's already set in stone. He's working with DK Metcalf. They're smiling. They're laughing. They're running routes on air. He's going to Pittsburgh. But you just told me that you haven't seen this before, Rudy. We've seen this before. The guy that he's a successor for. It was literally Brett Favre did the same thing every year. Every team that he played for, he held hostage the last 7-8 years of his career. Every team.
7-8 years, Nick?
Of his career, yes.
7-8 years of his career. Okay, I gotta check this out because I'm old and my memory doesn't work the same.
When did Brett Favre retire? At around the same age?
I need to check because I have to refresh my memory because you just said he holds them all hostage. So he played with Green Bay until he was 30.
At least 3 years in Green Bay.
He played with Green Bay until he was 38, and his last year in Green Bay he was 13-3.
I'm saying
and
he did it.
he finished second in MVP voting.
I'm
He
talking about,
then okay.
am I going to play or am I not going to play? He did that like the last 3 years in Green
Well,
Bay.
he played 3 more years after that, including the Jets, and then 2 years in Minnesota, and he went 12-4 at 40 with Minnesota, and was fourth in MVP voting. They were 12-4.
Well, Rudy, I'm not talking about his play. I'm talking about the pompous attitude all off season of holding the team. Well, I'm gonna play. I don't know. I might retire. I might not
I don't.
retire.
I mean, you're saying I don't remember him holding them
Oh,
hostage. I don't remember him holding them
yes, man.
hostage.
He did it. He did it like that, and they got Aaron Rodgers, and eventually they were like, man, don't worry about it.
But they had it. They drafted Aaron Rodgers when he was 35.
Yeah, and
he didn't want to be a tutor for someone to take his job. As I understand, I understand it. I hear people say. I actually had this conversation with someone recently about this. You know how the quarterbacks, they teach the next guy. No, the hell they don't. These guys are playing until they're 40 if they could. Like all of them would play till they're 40, and none of them want to teach the next guy to take their job. That's ridiculous. Like these guys are the biggest of all the players on the field. The quarterbacks are the most arrogant ones of them all. They're the biggest. I hate this word, but they're the biggest narcissists on a football field.
Yeah, I mean, but you have no choice but to kind of teach and tutor, or they're just gonna follow your footsteps. You might not have to be directly one-on-one, but they'll follow your footsteps. But what they see, how you prepare.
Well, they can pay attention because I'm not going to show them.
So what does showing somebody means?
I don't know. The same
way.
way.
You're not gonna bring them over to your house
the same way you train 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds on footwork. What I mean, they look at that shit in the combine, their footwork, and some footwork of these quarterbacks. I mean, if you recall, Patrick Mahomes had some of they said that basically Mahomes did everything wrong. Like he did everything wrong. His footwork is terrible. Everything was terrible. Yet, he is who he is now. Mm-hmm. But he was ripped. He got shredded on everything. And so when I say what can you teach him, like you said, you didn't know how to watch film until a certain guy showed you how to watch film.
So
if I'm Brett Favre, I'm saying I'm not showing this motherfucker how to watch film.
You got to, man. You can't be a dick like that, man. You got to bring along the next person behind. Because what if you get hurt? What if you get hurt? What if you get hurt that year? Are you not going to bring that person along to help you succeed? So when you come back from injury, you could possibly play in the playoffs or later on, or keep the team afloat. You can't be that damn stingy with your damn mind. You got to give up a little bit. You can't just be a damn dickhead and say, I'm not going to help who's behind me. You got to.
No matter what,
at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's and you don't get hurt.
Well, clearly, Tua Tagovailoa didn't teach anyone anything because the Dolphins had to go out elsewhere to go get a quarterback that couldn't do anything. I'm just asking the question because it seems like football players in general, and I mean, I understand it because your lifespan in professional football is very short. And your opportunity to make money is very short. So I don't really have a problem with, and I really, if you have Team A offering you 4 years at $70 million with a $50 million guaranteed, and you have Team B offering you the same 4 years at $70 million with $25 million guaranteed, Team A is terrible. Team B is going to go to the Super Bowl. Who are you signing with?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's not a tough one. You're taking your 50 guaranteed.
Ooh, that's a tough one, man.
You're taking your 50. You're taking your 50 guaranteed.
Man, Rudy, I done seen players pick the money a lot, and then they end up being miserable about the situation they went to. The coach is an asshole. The city's terrible. I wake up feeling like shit, have to go to this facility every day because I have no chance of fucking winning. I've seen it before. I done seen players, man. It happens all the time, man. So I tell all the young players, I be like, man, listen here. I be like, man, I've been to many other places and I was unhappy. And I got to this team right here. And I'm like, man, just the way they go about things and how they connect with the players. I say, man, I'm going to take a little less. And I know we're going to make a little extra in the playoffs to be with this team because I'm in a good situation. They put me in a good spot to succeed. Now, if I'm at the end of my career at the end of the road,
I want you to use the example I just gave you, not a little bit more. I'm talking 4 years, 70 million, 50 million guaranteed, 4 years, 70 million, 25 million guaranteed.
Give me my 50 million.
You're signing for 50 guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm signing for the 50.
Like what are we talking about here? And I've not seen an NFL player ever do the other. Not a position player.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe a quarterback. They always restructure.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, they're always going to get their money. But position player, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit for taking the bread. Like their lifespan is short.
I get it, man. But sometimes you could take that 50 guaranteed and that other 70. That's so far off that you did it though. But
I did it on purpose because what if it was 50 and 40?
What 50 and 40? I got to think about my happiness then.
50 and 35. At what number? Because
I don't know.
Let me ask you what place in the NFL? Because I know where I'm from, and I know where I've been on vacation. I know where I visited, and I know that there are probably 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say probably. I've never had this problem because I'm not in the NFL ever. But if the places that I would not be miserable in, there might be 7 in the entire NFL, because you couldn't pay me enough to play in fucking Minnesota. You couldn't pay me enough to play in fucking Green Bay. You couldn't pay me enough to play in Cleveland, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, New England, Tennessee, Houston.
What? Houston?
I'd play in Dallas. I wouldn't play in Houston.
Houston? You wouldn't play in Houston? You're tripping.
Have you been to Houston?
Yes, I've been to Houston.
You've been to Houston?
I went to Houston for the Super Bowl.
For what? To watch it?
I went to enjoy the city. I didn't actually go to the.
Oh, okay. You just said you went for the Super Bowl. So you went for an event weekend. It's not the same thing.
I went for the Super Bowl weekend. I just didn't care for the Super Bowl game. I went to enjoy the parties.
Okay, all right. So they don't have those every weekend, Nick.
What are you talking about? Do you not listen to Drake?
I've been to Houston.
Do you not listen to Drake's songs about the strip clubs in Houston? Houston's amazing.
Nick, you don't even Nick, you don't even go to strip clubs. Stop.
Back then I did. What are you talking about?
You've been a fucking 10 p.m. sleeper since you were like 30.
No way, Jose. What are you talking about?
Jose, you're only 37. I think you're 45.
Brody, I
had going to sleep at 10 o'clock for fucking 6-7 years.
Apologies to the people during COVID who lost their lives. I had the best time of my life during COVID. I was out every damn night. What are you talking about?
Where were you out every damn night? Here?
Yes.
Yes, you went to Ghost Bar every night.
I went to Ghost Bar, then I might have left.
The only place open.
No, I might have left there and went to Tootsie's after. I might have left there and went to the other one. Shoot, there's another one down the street from there.
The Office?
I went, huh?
You went to the Office?
I went to the Office. Not at night.
You get yourself snuffed at the Office.
Not at night. Once the sun go down, you don't go to the office. You get out of there. But once the sun is up, happy hour is a great place to be. I'm talking about it. Damn it. What's the other place? It's a rival to damn Tootsie's. Damn. Can't think of it right now. But Rudy, I was in the streets. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about
again. So let me remind you. None of these cities that I mentioned, like Houston, they close at 2.
That's all I need.
Okay, but
that's why.
Most of these young football players, they're 5 a.m. guys.
No, Rudy,
guys.
You go whatever the city allows. You just adjust your schedule. You go out a little earlier.
You just go at 8 o'clock at night, like as if you were fucking 13 years old.
No, Rudy, you still get that 11. You only
like I said. I'm telling you how I feel about certain cities. If your city closes at 2 o'clock in the morning, I got no interest in being in your city. Ever. I would never want to live in that city. I could not live in a city where the only thing open at 2 o'clock in the morning is Denny's or Taco Bell. Like, Rudy, that ain't going to fucking happen.
At 2 o'clock, it's about time. I picked the person.
There's restaurants open. It's Miami Beach.
Rudy.
In different areas that are open after 2 o'clock in the morning.
At that age, 25, 28, I done picked the honey I want already, and it's time to go back home. It's time to go back home and have the after party after the party. I don't know what you're talking about.
You want me to delete all this stuff?
No, you can keep it riding. My wife know who I was before this. Shoot. I was out here on these streets. I was living.
I'm sorry. Like Vegas is a place that I would play at. I love Las Vegas. You probably
know that, Rudy.
You're too tame for Las Vegas. You couldn't handle Vegas. It would have you messed. You'd be like the biggest waste in Vegas.
Rudy,
God,
you saw how I was living in these streets, man.
I didn't see nothing. You didn't show up in Vegas when I went to Vegas. I called you and said, "Get your ass to Vegas." You didn't come.
I was out till 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, and I'm back to work out at 7, 6 o'clock. I'm back up, ready to go.
Never with me. You were. I gotta go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night.
Man, that's older Nick, man. I got the
older Nick. That's 5 years. That's 5 years.
No, not 5 years ago. What are you talking about? Just met my wife 3.5 years ago. I was out there in the street.
5 years.
No, 3.5. My son is about to turn 3.5 years.
All right, so 7 years ago.
I was in the streets.
All right, that's what you say. Okay, all I know is you couldn't any one of these cold weather cities where I gotta wear a sweater in fucking September. Yeah, I don't want to live there. I don't want to live there.
It's not.
I don't want to live there.
In October,
brother. I went to Minnesota in September. It was cold as fuck.
Man, I had a blast in Minnesota when I was 25 years old.
Boring as shit.
24 years old, I had a blast in Minnesota.
And they closed at fucking 11:30. This place is boring as fuck.
I had a blast. I was downtown.
I don't know what you had. So you were partying with kids from the school.
Club 7, Club New York. I was out there having a time. And people in Minnesota, they know about Club 7. We had a great time. Talking about, man, Rudy, you tripping? This party's gonna follow wherever I go. We gonna have a good time. I had bucks,
and preferably, I would tell you this: I'd live in one of 4 states. One of 4 states. If I was a professional football player.
All right, get back to the topic.
Why? You want to know why? Because they have no. Actually, there's 5, but I wouldn't live in that state. The ones with no state tax: Washington,
of course.
Washington, Nevada, Dallas, Florida. I know Tennessee has no state tax also, but I ain't living in Tennessee. Like, bump that. That ain't for me. That ain't for me. Like, I need culture. I need culture, bro. I don't think you understand. I need a place that's
not fun, Rudy. Only city that's probably not fun in the NFL is Green Bay.
Dude, it's in a fucking college town size place.
You can have fun every other city in the league.
Now imagine that I'm playing in Green Bay where it's 0.000 degrees in like November, and there's nothing to do when I'm there the rest of the week.
You're gonna save all your money.
I might kill myself. Like, that's awful. No offense, people in Green Bay. Hell, Milwaukee. Is there a football? There's no team in football. Baseball's in Milwaukee. I get the Bucks. Oh my God, the thought of playing for the Milwaukee Bucks just like, oh.
So basketball is different. So the thing about basketball, you're traveling. You're in and out of cities, so you get to go. You're not just stuck here the whole week in Milwaukee every week.
I know. I wouldn't want to even have my kids raised in that damn places. Bump that. I need my cultural diversity. That's why there's certain places that I appreciate over others, because it's this stuff where we live in where it's just everything's just this or that. You know, we live in a melting pot here in South Florida, but I know we're leaving off of the topic. I've been to Pittsburgh, wouldn't live there. No offense, Steeler fans. You wouldn't live there if you could choose. I've been to Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what.
Pittsburgh reminded me of Hamilton.
It was gray. When I went to Pittsburgh, it was gray all day.
It reminds me of Hamilton in Canada. They literally have the same colors. So, like yellow and black, but the city's like Steel Town type, hard nose, boring. But Toronto's around the corner. Toronto's around the corner.
Imagine.
Toronto's around the corner.
It was like when I was in South Lake in Dallas area. Wait, when was that? September of 23. Went there for a wedding, and I'm at this wedding, and it was funny because I'm in South Lake. South Lake's a beautiful beautiful area. So where that school, South Lake Carroll, that team that played Northwestern back in the day, and I went and I drove by that school. That's a public school. That crap looked like a college campus. I mean, it is ridiculous. Those schools, their practice field is like playing at a stadium here.
Yeah.
Like they just love it. It's everything there. And I remember just being there. I'm like, I have not seen one Escalade, but I have seen 50 $100,000 pickup trucks.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like,
that's how you got to get around.
I'm not wearing cowboy boots. I mean, it's just not my thing. I like to wear like the stuff that's,
let the chest hairs out.
More Miami, just the way this is where I'm from. I mean, it's no disrespect to people from where they're from. I get it. Yeah. Like a lot of people don't want to live here. A lot of people don't want to live here, whether they say it or not. They like seasons. If you like seasons, South Florida ain't for you.
Nope.
That would be the one reason I would not want to live in South Florida, because I like the idea of seasons. I just don't like the idea of hot or cold. Like that's certain place. It's hot or cold. There's nothing in between. But obviously, Aaron Rodgers, though, back to Aaron Rodgers, this guy he's working out with DK Metcalf. When the hell is he going to sign?
Rudy, this is the craziest thing. I done seen everybody tear this man down all season that he's don't have it no more. He's washed. He can't move. But all of a sudden now,
listen to this. I'm sorry. I'm going to read this to you. This is as of the Sports Illustrated. We got all caught up. Pittsburgh Steelers are still waiting for Aaron Rodgers. 41 years old this season. Aaron Rodgers is going to start with a 4, north of $40 million. 2 years, $70 million, with incentives that can pop it up more. Russell Wilson signed a 1-year deal for $21.5, 10.5 guaranteed. Why the hell would Pittsburgh pay that man 2 years, $70 million?
If you think that Aaron Rodgers is $15 to $20 million better than Russell Wilson right now at this point, you're out your goddamn mind. You're out your mind. You're out your rabbit mind. Like I was saying before, last year this man, everybody considered him done. He's through. But now in the offseason, he's the biggest prize that you can get. He's back to being amazing. Like nobody watched what happened last year or the year before. Like we didn't see it with our eyes. Matter of fact, the year before he tore his Achilles, and the year before that he was average over there in Green Bay. But now all of a sudden at 42, going to be 42, he's back to being amazing. So you letting a 41-year-old quarterback whose name is not Tom Brady hold you hostage? I don't get it. It don't make any sense to me. I don't like it. And then if you don't get him, what do? You go into the draft, you hope that you find what? You look for Dart to fall down there at 20, or you make a trade up. Like we're prepared to go to the season with Mason Rudolph, even though he had a couple of good moments. That's what Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers got you in this type of predicament right now. You had 2 quarterbacks who were decent. Justin Fields played solid. As much as I think he's whatever, for $20 million, $15 million with the receivers that you got around him who you think are big deals, they should make him look amazing, right?
I mean, I told you I would have kept Justin Fields. Remember that?
Just like the Sam Darnold situation last year when you had an amazing cast around him and you think that made him better than who he is, what do you think that's going to happen with Metcalf and Pickens and what's my tight end name? Forgot his name. I apologize.
No idea.
But he's very, very good. He got a nice little long name. Can't remember it right now. But you don't think that's enough? Mm-hmm. Come on now, man. Yeah, that's for $20 extra million for Aaron Rodgers. It makes zero sense to me. He's 40. I don't know who gets better at that age besides me and LeBron. Nobody else besides me and LeBron gets better at that age.
Being that you're not 40 yet.
And Darryl Green. And Tom Brady. It's us 4, okay? Elite status. I might come back.
So they're working out right now at UCLA.
Mm-hmm. Where's
stupid.
Pickens?
This is so stupid.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I would have thought Mike Tomlin would have had a little bit more spine to put his foot down and not go to the little whatever they got, the little media shit that they're having right now, and say, hey, yeah, we're waiting on him. We don't have a timetable. He can take his time as long as he wants. I thought Mike Tomlin would have had a little bit more spine in his back. As a coach and legend that he is, to say, hey, you either with us or you're not. We got to make a decision here. We got to make moves. We got to do what's best for our team going forward. So I'm not gonna say I lost respect for him, but I'm kind of looking at him a little side eye because you kind of rubbing me the wrong way for not standing up for the rest of his team. And you got players like Hayward coming out and saying, hey, you either with us or you're not. And then for your head coach to not back that and sort of bringing that same energy, I don't like that, man. I don't agree.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. We both think this idea for Aaron Rodgers is crazy. Very rare to agree on that, on something, although we disagree on cities to live in because, yeah, most of these football cities, if you're not a major city, I have no interest in living there.
You're crazy. I had fun in every city.
And there's certain major cities I wouldn't want to touch.
You said Atlanta?
I wouldn't want to touch Atlanta. Not a chance.
Atlanta?
Oh, my God, dude. Dude, the traffic.
Rudy, I know what you like, and what you like is in Atlanta.
Yeah, great. I don't like the traffic of Atlanta. I'd rather commit suicide. Have you been to Atlanta?
You can't say that.
I can say it. I would rather jump off a building and hope to land my eye on attack. Have you been there? Have you been to Atlanta?
Yes, I've been to Atlanta a few times.
You've been to Atlanta. I can tell you a story. This was in 19. In fact, I'm somewhere like no, it was in 19. It was early 2000s. It was either 19 or late 90s or probably early 2000s. I go to Atlanta. I'm staying up in Norcross, which is like outskirts of Atlanta. And I got to go to something in College Park.
Yeah, baby.
Bro, that took almost 2 hours to get there.
What time you went? The traffic is crazy.
2:30 in the afternoon.
So I was there, and
2:30 in the afternoon.
I had a place that was like 15, 20 minutes
Maybe
away.
if I'm a multimillionaire and I'm living across the street from the fucking stadium, it would be different. But most people don't live in downtown Atlanta. They live in the outskirts. Atlanta's metro area is huge.
The worst situation I had, it was a place I was trying to get to like 15 minutes away. One of my little things back there, And it took me like 55 minutes. Besides that, for the most part, I got around.
I can get the
traffic time.
I can get to Homestead faster than it took me to get to. And I live 70 miles.
So
Homestead. I can get to Homestead faster than I can get from Norcross to College Park. That drive, I'll never forget that drive, man. I'm just sitting here like, and I wasn't driving. That's how bad it was. And I wasn't even the one driving. Like,
I've been in Atlanta a few times.
Where the hell is this damn place?
I've been there for like 2 weeks one time.
I've been there multiple times. I'm not saying I've been there. The idea of that, I've heard stories where traffic was worse than that. And I'm just like, bro, Atlanta and LA, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. If it takes me an hour to go 3 miles, no, not interested. That's why I live in Broward, bro.
Miami got bad, but
I
seen worse. But I seen worse.
You think I can't move back to Miami? I can move back to Miami. Yeah. I don't want to.
No. I leave that for the tourists and all them people.
Like, bro, can you imagine living in downtown this past weekend during Ultra? Again, jump out of a building, land my eyelid on attack. Like, there's no way. Like, I grew up in Miami Beach, man. The traffic in Miami Beach when I was a kid was nothing. The traffic in Miami Beach today, it would take me 40 minutes to get to my high school today. And it would take me 15. And that was going across the bridge into Little Haiti. And I'd still get there in 15 minutes. Do that shit today, it'll take me 40. The traffic in Miami-Dade is so bad now that I'm thankful that my mother lives where she lives because I just hop in the turnpike. It's turnpike shop. Because, like, for example, when I got to go to events in Coral Gables, my whole day is gone. It's like getting to the worst place on earth because there's no expressway next to Coral Gables.
Yeah.
on Coral Way. It's like you're on one of two expressways, and no matter which one you're on, it's going to take you 20 minutes plus from that expressway to get to the spot you want to be at in Coral Gables. Every single time. Like, it's awful. And I love Miami. I'm Dade County all day, but man, that traffic, bump that. Bump that. I these places that have massive levels of congestion and traffic. Broward County, when I hear people in Broward say we got traffic, I'm like, you're joking. Like, this is like nothing. Are you kidding? This is nothing. You know how it take me 45 minutes to get from here to Miramar, and I'm complaining about that.
Yeah.
I'm complaining because I got to take my son to practice. I have to take I'm supposed to take him today to Silver Lakes in Miramar.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's playing on two. Well, he's playing with one team this weekend, but he's playing on a Nike travel team now, like I told you.
Okay.
And they were supposed to. Thankfully, the practice got canceled because it was raining. Because it's outdoor, I was on an outdoor court, so they canceled it. Thank God. Wednesday's got to go back there. I'm not taking him, thankfully. Someone else is. But are you kidding? I'll be 45. That's a 45-minute drive. It would take me from. It's like the equivalent of going from Sunny Isles Beach to Homestead.
Yeah.
And that would take me a whole lot longer, and I'm complaining about it. Traffic as I've gotten older, traffic sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive anywhere. I don't want to do any of that. I'd rather drive north to visit clients up north than drive to visit clients down south.
Yeah.
Because I already know that my day is going to be an absolute nightmare going that direction. But that's how I've got Vegas. You've been to Vegas.
Yeah.
There's no traffic in Vegas.
You're on the strip.
I've been around Vegas.
Uh-huh.
There's no traffic in Vegas. It's obviously there's nothing around Vegas, but there's no traffic in Vegas. Yeah. If people in Vegas think they got traffic, nah, there's no traffic there. I love Las Vegas, folks. I love Las Vegas.
We know that.
Not just because I don't even gamble, but only on sports occasionally. But yeah, I love Las Vegas. So I think that, and they were smart to put the stadium next to the strip, the baseball stadium next to the strip, the basketball, hockey arena next to the strip. Everything's next to the strip. That's
Vegas.
But in Miami, where do we get the damn put a basketball arena next to the hood, football stadium's next to the hood, baseball stadium's next to the hood, hockey arena is in the middle of the fucking Everglades. But that's it. Aaron Rodgers, what are y'all doing, Pittsburgh? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, follow. I know we went on a major tangent here. And again, no offense to all y'all who live in these specific cities. It's just not my cup of tea. But Nick can live anywhere because he's an early bird.
I find the fun.
He finds the fun. Yes, I remember when he was at the club every single day during COVID at this place called Ghost Bar. Now he won't go to Ghost Bar.
No, I won't. They are fighting in their hood.
It got real hood. It got real hood the longer that was going on during COVID.
Right now, I can't do it.
That's all we got. Leave your thoughts in the comments. This is Pro Football Corner with Nick. Come on now.